You're gone.
Hello everybody, that's Noah Hone, Colton McAnally, and I'm David Mosier.
What up, guys?
We're doing Mars.
Hey!
What have you done? Did you know that Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun in a terrestrial?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Some call it the red planet, but I think of it like the past Earth, kind of. Because I feel like we came from Mars originally, and some of us didn't make it. That's why there weren't so many people on planet Earth when we first started. Because I feel like we're headed towards where Mars is, where there's no water. It's just a dusty, like, ball of dirt. We're using all of our resources. And it's the second smallest planet in the solar system behind here. I'll read this. Alright, for the mass of Mars, the mass is 6.4171 by the 10th power to the 23rd power. And if you need an idea how large that is, it's about 53% the size of our Earth. So, yeah, it's kind of small, but not really.
Alright, so, are there other life forms on Mars? Maybe, maybe not. So there was a meteorite found in Antarctica in 1996. Scientists had made an accusation that it contained some evidence of life on Mars. It's known as ALH 84001. The Martian meteorite contained structures and resembled the fossilized remains of bacteria or something very similar to that.
And we forgot a period. Gosh darn it. Alright, what is Mars made of? Alright, you got it.
Its surface is made of a thick layer of iodized iron, dust, and rocks of the same color. Maybe another name for Mars could be rusty, but the
Oh,
but the rusty surface does not tell the whole story of the composition of the scroll. Mars crust is thought to be one piece.
so hang on, back to that one. So what he's saying is basically they think the crust is like just one giant piece instead of like simple like ours is. We have the United States and then like the UK.
You mean no continents?
Well, no continents. I'm sorry. Yes.
Why does it say clouds in that diagram?
Because you can see slight clouds in the atmosphere.
Are there clouds?
Yeah. They have dust storms and such.
Does that mean they can rain there?
Uh-huh.
It actually has very little water on it.
And algae. So it means one day there may be oxygen on that planet. Alright, next. How far away is Mars from the Sun? It varies between 1.38 AU and 1.666 AU, depending upon where it is in orbit around the Sun. Because the orbit is more of an oval than a circle, so it could be further or closer, depending on which part of the orbit it's in. Done? Alright.
Alrighty, so how does it differ from the Earth? Mars is more like a rock instead of having a ton of moisture like our Earth does. Because it has no water whatsoever, but it has lots of sand and like dirt. Yeah, like a rock. Mars is one of the most similar planets to Earth, even though it does not have oxygen. We could one day live there, Mars. We could one day live on Mars, but it does have an atmosphere.
Yes, it does.
The Martian atmosphere contains about 95.3% carbon dioxide and 2.7% nitrogen, with the remainder a mixture of other gases.
So Mars, it's really, really deadly to us if we were there. It's got lots of carbon dioxide, because that shows that, like, my theory, my kind of idea, because like how humans used to live there, but we moved here, because we're like, oh look, that looks just like our planet used to before we used up all the resources. And that's just so,
Distance from Mars to Earth. Mars is 54.6 million kilometers from Earth.
yep. So hang on, go back. This image, the last image, doesn't really represent if we're standing on Mars. It's just okay. Scientific missions. You want to read this one, Noah, or you want to, Colton? Alright, I'll go for it. Mariner 4 US, the result was a success. The reason we sent it there was to return 21 images. And the images came back very clearly, but it didn't land on the plane. It just orbited it and took pictures, which was really kind of eh. Mars 3 orbiter lander USSR was a success, and the orbiter obtained approximately 8 months of data, and the lander landed but only received 21 seconds of data. Okay. Phobos 1 orbiter USSR failure. The reason was loss in a route to Mars. I don't know what a route is.
A route.
A route?
That's what it means.
Oh, a route. Okay, sorry. And then the global survey was a success, and then more images than all of Mars missions ever before. So what that means is it basically got more than 21 images, and it got at least, I think it was, how much was it now? Like 30 to 60?
Yeah.
Somewhere near there. And then the one that Japan did was a failure. There was no orbit insertion, and a bunch of fuel problems happened with their spacecraft, and it kind of just floated down in space somewhere. And then the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter was a success, and it returns with more than 26 terabytes of data for Mars. So it had a bunch of like recordings of the planet's systems, of the clouds, and everything else, and the pictures of what it does overnight and during the day.
Alrighty, so what did we learn from these missions? We mostly learned that iron from it is mostly made of iron, but Mars also has algae, which means it could potentially have oxygen and more water to the planet one day. And we just got a bunch of pictures and all the ravines and canyons from it.
And this is actually one of the pictures from one of the Mars, I believe, or it's Earth, but I believe it's Mars. And that's the tracks of the rover moving and then turning around to take the picture. So, like this, I believe is iron, most of these rocks, but not all of them. Okay.
Days in comparison to Earth. Mars is 1 day, 0 hours and 4 minutes in comparison to Earth time, which is 1 day, 24 hours and 37 minutes and 22 seconds. A year would be 606.98 Earth solar days, or 668.5991 sols.
And this is a video that Noah put on for us. Let's see it.
Thanks, Noah.
No problem.
Okay, so the last one, some of them were actually part of what I was saying, like towards we used to live there, but we don't anymore. Because like the civilization may have been like older than ours nowadays, but they could have been a lot more intelligent to create spacecrafts to get us here. So, why was Mars the planet named after a Roman god?
Mars, known for the ancient Greeks as Ares, the god of war. This is thought because of the blood red color of the planet, which was also used by other ancient cultures, such as the Chinese astronomers called Mars the fire star, while ancient Egyptians called it Desher, meaning the red one.
And hang on, go back. Who was the god in the background? Was that Ares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so the radius of Mars, its radius is 2,106 miles, which is approximately the Atlantic coast in the Americas. So if you know where that is, it's pretty small. Its radius is, yeah.
And Mars land features. Besides the reddish-brown color of Mars, it contains a canyon bigger than our Grand Canyon in Arizona, which means that either a river could have been flowing through it and made it, or just
No, it's not. It wasn't made by a river.
Rest in peace.
could have been. Yeah, we never know. And the canyon is called Valles Marineris. The measurements for it is about 279 miles long and 1 mile deep and 15 miles. Besides the large canyon,
2
Mars
miles
also
is the width. 3
Oh, okay. Mars also has a complex underground tunnel system, like in the video, like it could have been like lava tunnels. So, and it goes through Mars. And then we have found through